Why is there no sex bank? Like a food bank, you can donate to underducked people, but if I think about it, an intercourse bank actually would be fun too. You pay in a blowjob. I mean, if you know where to look there is. I think there used to be a subreddit on here dedicated to finding male virgins and deflowering them lol, then teaching them to be a better partner. I also believe there was on for strictly F4 F2. There's also communities on Twitter as well, you just have to go hunting. Used to be. Or. I tried to come up with this thing for cuddles. Like I want a guy to come and cuddle with me and watch a movie and not try to whip his junk out or get it petted. Like I could pay a guy to come hold my hand or give me a hug on a bad day and know he can't take it too far. Apparently I wanted to make an app for something we have plenty of, which are escorts. I think your idea may also lend itself to something called escorts. Okay, I'm going to hit this thread with something hard, no pun intended, and maybe it's not always true, so prepare for a big old blanket statement. If you're underducked, it's for a reason and it's your problem to solve, not anyone else's. I know people who aren't at all attractive to me and yet they have more intercourse than I do. Maybe they take more risks, maybe they are better at conversations, maybe their standards are lower, or their standards may be much higher. Setting aside unattainable societal standards of attraction, plenty of average below average have intercourse and get into relationships. Quit making up excuses for yourself. And last but not least, I highly doubt a pity duck will make you feel better about yourself. Pity duck. Pity duck. They created food banks because people were starving and dying. No one is dying directly from not getting laid. It may make them feel like poop, but then they need psychiatric help to feel better. It doesn't kill. No one's obit is reading he died by bone dry boner. What was your most unexpected erotic encounter? Mine. One Halloween party, I went as Lieutenant Dangle from Reno 911. A cute girl I knew from high school dressed like Jane Jett and asked for my help in carrying and more beer. She took me downstairs to the basement where she said more beer was, then proceeded to pull my penis out through the short shorts and start blowing me. We had a pretty great quickie, then went back to the party. There was no further contact afterwards. I think she just really liked the short shorts sheriff costume and had no interest in me personally. It's a shame I peaked so early in my life, but I'm sure you all have better stories. When I was 21 or 22, I went to a friend's end of semester party. I had packed up my car to drive back home for the summer the next morning. So I went to the party and I was mingling and met my buddy's mom's friend, who was in her late 40s and gorgeous. Everyone was having a good time and I got to chatting with her and somehow we got on the topic of age gap relationships. She said she didn't feel like it was fair, that it's basically accepted that older men could sleep with younger women but older women sleeping with younger guys was still considered scandalous. Me. Have you ever hooked up with a younger guy? Oh, no. Me. With Balsinus I absolutely would not have had sober at that age. Do you want to? Oh, long pause. Let's go. And we drive off to her place. Now I went to an engineering school filled with nerds and we did nerdy shit, like have a weekly game of Risk. Not only that, we bought different helmets and hats to wear during our games. One guy had a Napoleon hat, one guy had Roman helmet, and I had a Viking helmet. I don't remember how it came up, but we agreed to bet that the first person who could get a picture of them having intercourse with their helmet on, everybody else would have to set it as their desktop for a week. Fast forward to us arriving at her place. She walks by my car and looks at all my shit in the backseat and sees a Viking helmet. Oh, what the hell is that? Me. Oh, it's a Viking helmet. Oh, why do you have that? Me. It's a thing for football games. Oh. Me. Liquid courage bubbling up again. You know I actually have this bet to get a picture of me wearing it during intercourse. Oh, really? Bring it in, then. And that's how I hooked up with a cougar and won the Viking helmet bet in the same night. Edit. Thanks for the awards. Chick I was on duty overnight in the armory with. I was a SGT. She was a corporal, we cordially hated each other. She was a bitchy ladder climber. I was already selected for SSGT and ready to get the duck out and go do something else with my career. I'd made her look bad once or twice just by being a decent marine and not a self-interested a-hole. We did heavy weapons count, and I told her to go do the pistols and I'd do the rifles. She went to close a cage and had somehow gotten her utility sleeve cuff caught in the mechanism, which pulled her arm up over her head uncomfortably. Asked for help. I was tall enough to reach up and pull the fabric out. Once I yanked her arm down, we were maybe 6 inches apart, and next thing I know we're going at it with all the rage and hate you could imagine. Definitely an angry duck. We ducked all over that place that night, with hardly a word spoken. Oddly, there was some cuddling in between, too. Got dressed, did duty change with the new guards, and went to bed. Next day it was like it didn't happen. Right back to cordially hating each other. I still have no idea what the hell that was about. 6 inches is 15.24 centimeters. Read this first before reading the story. Totally thought it's referring to something else. I had just been promoted to supervisor and I went out for drinks with the other supervisor and the manager. I had a crush on one of them but didn't want to get in trouble or whatever. The night continued on and we all crashed at the sub's place, and I'm crashing on the couch and hear them making out. I think, just my luck, and then one of them asks why I haven't joined them yet, so I do. And you know what, it wasn't weird at work. Was it an angel's three-way or a devil's three-way? Male, female, female. I was the male. One night in college I was asleep in my bedroom and awoke to the sound of a women's chain type belt being undone and then the sound of clothes being removed. Moments later my penis was in the mouth of a female, and though I wasn't 100% sure who it was, I had a good idea from the feel of her muscular figure and large firm breasts, so I just went with it in what was a fantastic session. Afterwards I hit the light and my assumption was correct. It was a girl my roommate was dating. It was college. There was a lot of cross-pollination going on. Knowing he was home, I didn't even have to ask. She had come over to get laid, but he was studying for an exam and ignoring her. She told him she could get ducked by any of his 3 roommates if she wanted, and his response was, "I suggest 2 doors down to the left, great friend." That is a good friend. Truly. We've known each other 45 years. That's one of literally dozens I could tell in that same vein. Gone our different directions and taken different paths several times in our life. I've been married twice. He is a lifelong bachelor. I own a business. He is retired, etc. Only to find ourselves in close proximity and up to crazy shenanigans. Even in our middle ages. Currently he lives an hour away and we hang out regularly. We will be doing it till one of us dies. My boyfriend, half awake, expresses love, compliments, and kisses me every time he wakes up in the middle of the night. I'm 25 female, a pretty light sleeper and have struggled with insomnia for the last 4ish years, so whenever my boyfriend, 25 male, of almost 2 years wakes up, moves around, snores in the middle of the night, I wake up pretty easily. Every time he's woken up to use the bathroom, get water, or simply just to get comfy in a different position, he's looked at me and has said, "I love you, kiss me," or tell me how great I am in some way, and sometimes even all 3. He then immediately falls back asleep. Sometimes he doesn't even remember when I ask him in the morning. Last night he woke up and mumbled, "You are smart, loving, and beautiful." Insomnia and depression anxiety can get super defeating and isolating at times, but when he does that, everything seems to not matter anymore and I feel safe. I'm so happy to be with him. Just wanted to share that there are really good people out there that will love you and find ways to tell you even when they might be asleep. Too long didn't read. My boyfriend will without a fail tell me he loves me in some way when he wakes up in the middle of the night. PS. I put this in relationships, but it got removed due to it not being an advice seeking post. Just wanted to say thank you to those who gave me awards and warm comments on that one. Edit. Whoa. This is blowing up way more than I expected. I posted this for 2 main reasons. 1, I wanted other people to know that small gestures can go a really long way. Continue to do them. They probably mean more to someone than you know. There are good people that will do that for you because they care about you too. My boyfriend absolutely loves Reddit, and I thought that it would be really cool to give him some recognition on a platform he's familiar with and to hear how great he is from other people aside from me. He deserves that. You guys really managed to do that. I sent the link to this post over to him. I hope he continues to see himself the way I do and all you guys do. Thanks so much for all the love, and be sure to give yourself some of that too.